Good morning, everybody. It's just dawn. Sun's just coming up. Middle of January, and really cold day today. It's very cold, and the air is really dry inside the house. My eyes are kind of dry, so I decided to use this humidifier. It's an old humidifier. You can probably hear it, and maybe see this over here. Maybe you could see the steam coming out. So it's an old humidifier that I got for free at the auction that nobody wanted, and I filled it up and turned it on, and then I put a few drops of orange oil in the little container. So it really gets a nice smell in here, very invigorating smell that can keep you going and keep you from curling back up and going back to sleep. Besides the fact I've got my birds outside, I've got to get out there and get them fed and watered. I don't want to go out too early because they're all kind of hunkered down right now in the cold. And if I go out there, they'll start moving around, so I'll wait until I hear the cock crow, and then I know that they're up and moving about. Oh, I haven't heard that yet. So here I am, and it's morning here, like I said, and I was just looking at my date book. I have a date book here. This is a book a friend gave me as a gift. It was a Christmas gift, actually. And it's a date book that I think it's published by the Garden Club of America. Let me see. Yeah, the National Garden Club of America. So it's got really pretty pictures. Not really my aesthetic, the pictures. They're very modern. But, whatever you like as far as art. See that one? That one's very modern. I like more natural displays and bouquets than the modern one. But they're very pretty and very interesting. So I use a date book. I do. I use a date book. Keeps me on track, so I can find out what I'm doing this week. You can use a calendar. You can use anything. Usually I use free calendars that people, different organizations give out free calendars, and then you can also get them at the dollar store for $1. With butterflies or puppies or whatever you want. You can get free, pretty much free, $1. And then this one obviously was free because it was a gift. And I had admired it at my friend had taken me to the garden show, or to one of the garden meetings, and which I might join the garden club because I really like them. They all like plants. So anyway, she'd take me to the meeting, and they were for sale there, and I had just admired it, and I thought, oh, that's nice. That would be nice to have. And then she was so sweet, and she bought me one for Christmas. So it was a nice gift. And so anyway, and Ratsy's asleep right there on the floor. Yeah, hi Rats. Ratsy. Well, I don't want to wake her up. She's cold too, and she has her little monkey toy right there as well. Which keeps her company, when she's... Anyway, I wanted to tell you about some chicken soup. So, oh yeah, here's the old-timey... I know that a lot of people have these newfangled steamers and things, but, this sucker is old. It's glass and metal. So, first of all, this part's plastic. It's like a big, like a gallon jar, and then it sits in this metal container. And then the heating element goes down in there. And it's pretty old. I don't like to move it when it's heating up. So I'm not going to. But you have to clean it out every time. And so what I do is I let it go, and then I'll clean it out. So anyway. Chicken soup. Chicken soup. Oh, yeah, so you can see the dawn coming up. Yeah, there's dawn. Be going out soon. So, chicken soup. So I had a big 12 pack of, oh, I got water boiling here. I got all kinds of things going. All right, so let's see here. The water in the back is going off because I'm making coffee. So I make my morning coffee in just like a regular cup, but my next coffee I like to make in one of these metal thermal things. These I got in China, actually. I got that in China. Oops. I got that in China. And, what am I going to do now? I'm too full because I like cream. So anyway, all right, let me see. I'll take this. I'm trying to do this with one hand. That's what's getting me all messed up. So this is new for me making videos. So let's see. I'll pour a little bit in here for later. There we go. Anyway, so I've got, this is water for my coffee there. And I keep it in this little thermal thing because what I'll start to do is once I get going, I don't sit down and drink all my coffee. And so then I come in and it's cold. I'm drinking cold coffee. So I do that. And then I have warm coffee pretty much all morning. And so here I've got some chicken thighs. So I've gotten a big pack of Purdue chicken thighs. I'm going to turn this down now. Oh, it's boiling to a simmer. That one's off. So I got this big pack of Purdue chicken thighs, and I've cooked them. They didn't all fit, so I've cooked one batch already. That's here in the crock pot. Now that's already cooked, and I took the skin off, the chicken skin off. And so what I'm going to do is they're in there just to cool and to be covered. So what I'm going to do with those pieces of chicken is I'm going to break them up and cut them up and make chicken salad. So that's 4 of the thighs are going to be a chicken salad. And then there's another 5 thighs I put in the water of those thighs. And these are going to cook. And this is going to be a chicken curry later for this evening. The chicken salad is going to be for the next couple of days. And then the chicken curry for tonight for dinner. And then I had some chicken stock. So this I've been simmering down. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to see them in the light. So this is a very rich chicken stock that had been cooking with garlic and all kinds of spices. So what I'm doing now is it's on low. I've got it on the lowest temperature. And you can just see the steam coming off of it. So this is going to get more intense as the water in the stock simmers off. And then this is for the chicken curry. This is going to be for the chicken curry. So those cooked chickens are going to go in this chicken curry. So on the chicken curry, I'm going to add a coconut milk. This is like, this one's it doesn't matter as long as it's decent coconut milk. The Thai coconut milk. This one says Caribbean coconut milk, but on the back, when I read it, it's from Thailand. So that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, so I'll use this coconut milk in there with the chicken. And I'll simmer that and make like a broth almost. And what seasons it is my curry paste. So I have a homemade curry paste that I've made. These are ones I've canned. I've got one that's here that's already open in the fridge that I'll use. So I'll put a couple teaspoons of the curry paste in with the coconut milk. And then I'll simmer that, and that'll make my curry sauce for the chicken for dinner. And I'll probably put carrots in there. I'll put potato in there, and celery, onion, and I'll put all that in there make the curry sauce. And then these pieces of chicken that are going to be cooked real nice, and then I'll bake it. I'll rebake it. So this will be cooked twice, and then the baking part is really just warming it up. And then all of this stuff, the skin and the chicken fat and the chicken stock that I've been cooking these in, this will all go in this crock pot to stew. I'll put some onion ends in there, any of the other end of the carrots in there, all kinds of extra pieces that aren't going to be eaten but they're the ends. And I'll put them all in there, and I'll make another chicken stock for a day or two from now. And then I'll put that chicken stock in the fridge, and then I'll take it out at some point and make like I am here. So this chicken stock here that I'm simmering and making slowly, I made a couple days ago. It's been in the fridge. And now it's going to be a chicken curry. So I got a lot of different things going on here. And the most important thing, obviously, is not to leave the house, not to leave the stove. Obviously, I sat down for a minute and got my phone, but, you know, but it's nice because that chicken stock just, it makes the kitchen feel so good and so tasty already. And so just the other day, I found, oh, you Kelly can't see him. Let's see if I can get out of the way. Oh, you can't see him. So there's 8, 16, 20. So 20 large canning jars here that I found, I cleaned, and I stored back here for when I start getting my vegetables. And I also have all these canning jars that I cleaned for when I start, you know, so I've got like maybe close to 100 different jars here for different things for later on. Now is the time to clean all these things. Obviously, they need to be sterilized again when you can something, but it's nice to have them all cleaned and all put away. And then they're also in order. Like the smaller jars are here, the medium jars are here, and I've got the large jars over there. I've got some large jars right here too. And then here's some of the things that, just things I grew this summer and I'm storing. And for the winter. And so we have beans for the winter. So, you know, but obviously what's nice about saving these kinds of coffee jars and stuff is that these aren't for canning things. These are for storing dried things. So, because the canning jar doesn't fit on here and it's plastic, but you can use those jars for just storing things. Like here's another coffee jar that I've got, what's in here? Bay leaves. Bay leaves. So I've got a whole bunch. You're like, how can someone use that many bay leaves? I've got 2 of these filled with bay leaves. And also a smaller container filled with bay leaves. But my husband and I were in town, and we went to we stopped by a Mexican grocery store. And we were checking out what kind of spices and things they had. And they had bay leaves for very inexpensive in big bags. And you might have seen spices like that. And I don't have a bay tree now. I need to get a bay tree, but I don't have one. So then coming this summer, even though we're in January, you got to think ahead. Coming this summer, I'm going to need a whole mess of bay leaves for all of my different kinds of pickles and spices. Like in here, there's bay leaves in here, right? See that? Bay leaves and different other leaves. So I'll need all those spices. And bay leaves aren't going to go bad over the winter. So I bought them all. I bought 3 bags of them. And then I put them all in my jars here. So now I have them. I have them for probably the year. Enough bay leaves for all my canning for the entire year. Also, it's really good in that chicken stock. And I had read an article, although I've got to do more research on it. I'd read an article. Let me get my cream for my coffee. I'd read an article about bay leaves. And I'd read that, bay leaves do something to the fat. Now, I find that I've got to read more about it, but some of these articles aren't accurate. So I've got to research it more. But I'll have this one for later. Did I fill it up already? And then I'll have this one. Just a little bit of coffee there right now. So something about bay leaves, and they do something to the fat when you're cooking. Like, I don't know if it's just animal fat or any kind of fat, but it makes it accessible to your body, and that's what the bay leaves do. But that was the first time I I read that, and so I need to do more research on that. But it does seem strange because you don't eat bay leaves. Oh, everything's fogged up from cooking. Ooh, it's almost time to go out. See, bay leaves give a flavor, obviously, but lots of times with ingredients that are in dishes, especially very old recipes, always call for certain herbs. They're there for a reason, and so it'd be interesting if anybody knows, what it is that the bay leaf does to fat to make it accessible to your body to use it properly. So anyway, I'm going to drink my coffee now, and the house is getting warmer, and the steam in the air, either from the chicken soup and stock or from the humidifier, all the steam in the air, humidifying the air, makes it feel warmer. So the heat coming off the stove, the pellet stove, mixed with the steam, make the whole inside of the house much warmer than the actual temperature. Just like when it's summertime and it's hot out and it's got high humidity, it's actually hotter. The actual real field temperature is hotter than the actual temperature. So it might be 90 degrees out, but 90 degrees in Maryland and 90 degrees in Arizona are two different temperatures, really, because 90 degrees in Arizona it's a dry heat, and the 90 degrees in Maryland is full of humidity. So they might say it's 90 degrees outside with the field temperature, real temperature of 102 because of the humidity. So when you add humidity to the inside of your house at wintertime, either through simmering some chicken for chicken stock, or you're running a humidifier, or you have a kettle on top of your stove that's just letting off moisture from water inside. All of that will keep your house warmer. It will be warmer. The temperature on your thermostat might not be showing hotter, but the house will feel warmer and feel more comfortable. Your skin won't be as dry. You won't get like that parched feeling from being in the winter, and eyes drying, and all those other things that we get the drying from the winter. So think about, having moisture in the air in the wintertime inside your house, and it's good for your health. I think it's good for your health. Anyway, that's all for now. I hope everyone has a lovely, wonderful day. Tomorrow, I might show you the soup and the chicken curry, or maybe later today I'll make another video of the chicken stock, the chicken salad that I made, and the chicken curry. So there we have 1 packet of chicken, 3 meals, right? The chicken stock can be made in chicken soup, the chicken salad for sandwiches or on lettuce, and then the chicken curry. And the chicken curry is going to be a lot of chicken curry, so that might be 2 meals. So you might be talking 4 meals. 4 meals. That's 4. So out of 1 pack of chicken. So you have to think about that. If you're not going to be eating chicken skin because it's got so much fat, and you don't want to eat the chicken skin and the chicken at the same time, use it in a soup. Add some quinoa, cauliflower rice to that stock. And there's no sense in wasting, some good chicken skin. It's got nice fat in it. It's good for you. It'll also, everyone knows chicken soup is good for you. I don't know why yet. They still don't know why in this day and age why chicken soup is tasty. Tasty chicken soup is good for your health, but it is. So use that chicken skin. Don't throw it away, even though, people talking about the bone broth and how healthy that is for you. Well, that's just chicken soup, okay? It's just chicken soup. So what I'll do is when I save that skin, I make the chicken stock, and then when I debone those thighs to make the chicken salad, I'll save those bones. Those bones that I'm right now in a couple of minutes after I go outside, those bones that I take the chicken off of to make my chicken salad, they're going to stay in that crock pot. And those bones will cook with the chicken stock and the chicken skin and other things I put in there that are tasty and yummy, and it'll all cook down, and all those minerals and vitamins that are in there and the bone broth, it makes a bone broth. It's called a stock, but people call it a bone broth. But it's the bone broth is about the collagen that's in the bones, the collagen that's in the skin. That is what you're trying to get for bone broth that's so healthy for you. So don't throw those things away. Don't throw them away. All right, that's a lecture. Bye-bye. See you next time.